these negotiations. He has had a successful track record of negotiating with congressional leaders across both parties for the past packages, when there was a huge urgency to get out emergency funding to individuals and also businesses impacted and our health system. But since then, the White House and Republicans have wanted to take a pause and assess how those previous packages, stimulus funding, have worked out. And that's kind of caused this delay in negotiations for the next round of funding. We did get some interesting insight from Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, who is at home now in Kentucky, but speaking to reporters, he again reiterated his message that he believes liability protections for businesses and other entities, universities, will have to be a key part of the next stimulus package coming out of the Senate. That's certainly expected to raise and create debate across both sides, disagreement over liability protections and what that could look like. But one other important note, Meadows was asked today whether additional round of stimulus payments could still be part of the next round of funding. He said yes, although it's a little unclear at this point what that looks like. The president, we know, has talked about payroll tax cuts, so we'll have to see what happens there and how quickly all the sides and parties involved to get together, because the extended unemployment benefits are set to begin to expire at the end of July. So time is of the essence here. Again, right. Congress is out of Washington, D.C., so there's going to have to be a lot of talking behind the scenes and from a distance.
Absolutely. All right, Natalie, and finally, the Trump campaign has announced its next rally at an airport hangar in Portsmouth, New Hampshire on Saturday. And you'll recall the campaign's last rally in Tulsa resulted in several campaign staffers contracting COVID-19, and there was some criticism over how that rally was conducted. Is the campaign taking any additional precautions this time around?
Well, in the campaign's advisory, they do note that there will be ample access to hand sanitizers. They say all attendees will be provided a face mask that they are strongly encouraged to wear. But that's the big question, because as you mentioned, at the Tulsa rally and then a separate campaign event, well, it was actually an official White House visit to Arizona, but Students for Trump were holding what felt like a campaign-style event. We saw there that masks were encouraged by the organizers of that specific event. But then when you look inside, not a lot of people were, in fact, wearing the mask. The majority were not. And social distancing was not apparent. Similar story in South Dakota on Friday. So even though the campaign is making an effort to try to take these safety precautions,